Hey, what's up, everybody? Uh, yeah, today I'm gonna build all of Darth Maul's speeders. So let's get started. I hope this doesn't take too long to do, but yeah. Uh, let's go a little higher so we're not completely in the sand. And we want to start off with 1999, so we want the 2x3 plate. And we want to use medium stone gray, and we're gonna make that 5 in length and 3 wide, so 3x5. And then we want the 1x2 inverted slope, and we're going to use light nougat. And then we're gonna put that above that plate. And then we want this color, but we want to go back to 2x3s, 2 of them. And then a new color is reddish brown we're gonna use. And we're gonna do the same as the light stone gray ones. 5 long, 3 wide. So let's do the back. Now we're going to use a 2x3 plate. I'm going to put one there on top of the slope, the inverted slope, and then a 1x2 plate on both sides with a 1x2 flat tile in the middle. Then we have the 2x1x2 slope. I'm going to use 2 of them on both sides with a flat tile. So then it had this, like, kind of, you could say, hump in the back. It was a storage area or something, I guess you want to call it, back in 99. We want 3 of the, what do you call these anyways? 1x2x3 inverted slopes. And we do want to go back to this 2x3. Go 2 high there with those. And then a 1x3 flat tile. Now you should be 4 plates here. And so we're going to use this and put 2 of these half circles in the middle of that. Guess they kind of look like the studs, right? And then we want a 1x3 flat tile, 1x1 plate, light stone gray, both of those. Then a 1x1 brick. And we don't have this yet, do we? And a wedge. Oh, there we go. And then we're going to use the 1x1 half circles. Put them on both sides here. Then we want the one right there with the wedge, and light nougat one on top of that. Then we want a 1x1 round plate, and we're gonna make these silver metallic just to change the color just a little bit. With flat tile on top of that one. And the quarter circles on both sides of that. So that is the 1999 one. And that actually goes with this set with Lightsaber Duel with Ben Kenobi, Master Ben Kenobi. And then we have the 2005 one. And we want a dark gray for this. And you can, if you're not, now you can at least see that one for quite a long time, I guess. And with this one, we want the 1x2 inverted slope. With a 1x1 plate, 2 of those. And then we want black, 2 of those. And then we're going back to Darkstone Gray, and we want a tile. And we have these, what do you want to call them? Red, transparent red, I don't know, lights. I guess a light in the middle of the build, kind of. And then we want to go back to the 1x2 inverted slope and put that there. No, they had a kind of like a pattern here. And this is the best I guess I could come up with, but we want one in the middle where we're gonna stand because we can't sit down, right? So this is basically our center right here where we can stand. Of course, you got the handlebars over here. Now, what do we want to do here? We want one of these. And now we want a 1x2 inverted slope. And then we want a black 1x1 brick. And then I just put a 1x1 flat tile on top of this. And let's grab our steering wheel here. I always say steering wheel. Handlebars. We got that there. Now we're going back to reddish brown. The 1x1 bricks, 2 of them. And then we want black, 1 of that. And then we're taking the silver metallic with, do I got this anywhere? Yeah. We want the half circles, silver metallic. And this is our thrusters, basically. Then we want a 1x2 brick, and we're gonna make that black with a 1x2 flat tile, and then a 1x1 flat tile, but we want that brown. So that is the one from 05. It's pretty cool looking. I still like the first one a little better than this one, but this one's okay. And where do we go with the sun? See if we can get this other one in first, huh? So we got the 1x3 brick here. We're gonna make that black. And this one was 2011. Let's kind of get away from that a little bit. Did I speak too soon? It's gonna get dark. We want the quarter circles here within the brick. And then a 1x1 flat plate. Then we want the 1x2 inverted slopes. We're gonna go one up from that 1x3 brick because we got a new color here. We have sand yellow, and we're gonna put a 1x3 in this. I think I'm missing something here. Sorry guys. I'm trying to remember all of these things here, but it's kind of hard to remember. You had these little wings at the end. Sorry about that. I forgot. And then the wedge. We want this one black. We'll put those there. I'm gonna go too high on both sides here. And I think this was brown. I mean, it would have looked cool red too, but whatever. I'm just gonna fill that in with the plates there. And now, you know, this thing just basically looked like a U, you know, and it had, you know, it just, I'm gonna give it a little bit of a kind of a look. It is getting dark, but this is actually pretty bright. I don't know, maybe not for you. Let's make it daytime. So the new Darth Maul animated series is coming out this week. So I was like, well, make this. And let's put a little bit of a bright color in this. So we're going to use medium stone gray. This is going to be for our column. And then we want black, and we're going to put that right on the other side of them, or in the middle of these little extras I put in here. So it'll look like that. And then we have the steering, handlebars. Why do I always call it steering stick or something? It doesn't make sense. But there's our 05 one. And this one's okay too. I mean, it's like, it looks like a horseshoe, you know, but. And then we have the 2015, which I thought looked the best. Of course, that's when the last of the movies came out, right? So we want 1x2 inverted slope, and we want that sand yellow. And I don't know, it's good here. I just don't want to be exactly right behind it. And then we're gonna go 4 away from this. Because then we have, wait. This is dark gray, isn't it? Sorry guys, I'm trying to remember these colors. This is dark gray, and then this is gonna be, where are ya? 2x3. We're gonna go right here, and then we want the 2x3s with this, and then 4 of them, just to fill in the spaces. And then we want the 1x1 half circle tile, and we're putting 1 there. and 2 here. And we're gonna go back to the reddish brown. I'm gonna make everything reddish brown. Some of the colors you had lighting that made it look like nougat or something. I just put these the wrong way. So you got 1 there, and then you got 2 up here. And then we have black of a 1x2 inverted slope with a 2. Wait, no, we want a dark gray 1x2 here. And then we want the 2x1x2 slope, and that'll be black. And of course we got a stud up there. I just don't like studs, not on a small thing like that. And I'm actually doing this kind of the opposite way of the original set, where it's kind of narrow on the front, but we're going to use a wedge medium stone gray here with a 1x1 brick, and then a 1x1 plate, and we're gonna make that actually medium stone gray with a gray one. And then we're just putting our handlebars there again. I made 5 million of these things, and I'm kind of sick of making them, so I'm just gonna copy it. I've made a lot of them. I memorized every one of these, so. And then we're making taking a 1x2 inverted slope and putting this right under it. Now this one is going to go 1 over the reddish brown. So to remember the way how this is basically the frame of it in the middle. I just thought this was easier to do with a 1x2 brick, and the same thing here. Just fill this in like so. Now we got 4 spots here yet, right? But we're going to make our seat, which actually look pretty cool. Then a 1x2 brick and a 1x2 flat tile on the bottom part of the seat. Now this one gets one too, okay? So this is the complete top of our thing, and we want a 1x3 flat tile, and we're gonna make that stone gray. Then we want a 1x1 flat tile, and we want medium stone gray. And this is just an easy outline then, and then a black one at the end. So this is the end of our thingy here. And then we want a stone gray here and a black one here. I put the light one here. I didn't care for it, so. And then we're just gonna fill this in with a 1x3, 2 of them, and a 1x1 plate, and the same thing with the black. Now it had this piece on there. Of course, mine's a lot bigger. But we want to go back to medium stone gray. And we will put that right in the middle of the other ones like that. And there. And I used vents on this. I thought this looked good. So we're putting, oh, that's not right. We want that one higher. I almost forgot, yeah. Let's fill this in before I forget. Oop. It'll be 5 plates high for this. Oh, no, I want the other side there. There we go. I think that's right. Kind of getting shadowy over here. And since we're on this, we'll put the 1x2s in there with a brick. It's 1x2 brick. And it had these coarse studs sticking out, kind of. Not as far as mine, but like so. And it's getting dark. Let's do it one more time. I'm almost done with this one, but whatever. So there's a lot of Star Wars going on this year. It's pretty cool. A little brighter. I don't know. Is it bright? There we go. Come on. A little hill there, that's why. Yeah, where are we here? Oh, okay. Then we want the 1x1 quarter circle. I think I got that side done right, yeah. And we're just gonna fill this in with 5 of these on this side, 5 on that side, and then we have transparent bright green. And we want a 1x1 half circle. I'm using a joystick, guys, so sometimes it doesn't want to do the right thing. And I think that's it for this one, right? That looks good. Now I think this is the best looking one, of course. And that is the 2015 one. Now the last one was a 2024, and this was sandstone gray. Go figure, right? So we want the 2x3 inverted slopes with one in the middle, and then we want the 1x2x3 inverted slope. We're putting that at the end. And then a 1x3 brick. Reddish brown. Where are we? And then we want a 1x4 plate. We're making that sand yellow. And then they had one nougat 1x2 or 1x1 plate. And then of course our 2x1x2 slope. We want that sand yellow. Then we want a 1x1 brick. And it looked like they actually had yellow in this. I'm going to use a bright yellow with the 1x1 plate. And let's grab this because, like I said, I'm sick of building these things. Grab the handlebars. And go back over here. Did I put that on right? Yep. put that there. And then we want brown again with a 1x4. And then a 1x1 flat tile. I'm gonna make this smooth. On my interceptor ship for him, I didn't put anything up here, and I was like, well, why didn't I? You know what I mean? And then we have a 1x2 slope. We're gonna make that brown. I'm gonna put that there, and one on the other side. And then we're gonna use a 1x2 inverted slope and put that on the other side. So that is the 2024 one. That looks cool too. So take a look at these one more time. And then let's put our little guy down here, huh? The original one, which I actually is my second favorite, besides the 15 one. And he's making a transmission here. Actually, the sun is facing this way, huh? So let's get up there. He looks very happy. Come on. I know he's kind of crunched down too, but he can put his hands out like he's grabbing a chopper or something. So, and yeah, it was a nice little build for the kind of satellite type thing. But anyways, guys, that's how to build all of the speeders of his. And I'll see you in the next one.